This program is brought to you by Montefrio Garden Resort, your Highland escape.
Ventosa Law Office of Attorney Jose Vicente C. Ventosa III. For appointments, please call 0922 Ventosa or 0922-83-68672. Callers Flower Shop, Rigodon West for wellness, events, sports, and trainings.
Mayong adlaw, mabuhay ug madayaw, and today is the 15th of February 2026. It's another Sunday for us here for our second episode of ABCD. So I will be your host for this edition, Kadang Pangcarlo Dulier CD, and of course, we'll get to show up our main host also, AB, Attorney Blue Ventosa. Mabuhay ug madayaw, Attorney.
Mabuhay and madayaw, CD, Carlo Dolar. This is AB, si Attorney Blue. Kumusta na mo diha? Kumusta man inyong Valentine's gahapon, no? Asa man mo naabot, asa mo nangaon.
Well, of course, I am not expecting much that nahuman naman good ang Valentine's Day, but of course, we cannot deny the fact that every day is a happy hearts for this every momentum. Diba,
Yes,
Attorney?
oo. And especially kay Domingo karon, Family Day man pod. So it is also for everybody, no? Katong wala siguro yung mga jowa, mga partners. So uban-uban na karon si mama, si papa, si bunso, si lolo, si lola, si auntie, si uncle, o gat. Uban pa diha.
Yes.
Yes,
Exactly. Oo. So, likely as promised, right before we get into business, we would like to greet all of our viewers who are watching through our Kadang Pan Digital Facebook page, YouTube channel, Kadang Pan Digital Network Facebook page, and of course, sa imuha, Attorney.
Yes, sa Davao Lawyer Facebook page, sa Davao YouTube channel. Kumusta mo diha? If you just joined us, naata karon sa atong episode 2 sa atong ABCD.
Yes, and that is really us kaming duha magtandem for every crinks and crannies. I don't know what term would I use, but nevertheless, we are going to have this momentum. And as promised, the pilot episode that you had asked everything about my personality.
Yes.
And apologies, of course, for the sound because na naman ta sa gawas. Please bear with me. But the show really must go on. And this time, it is high time that we'll get to know the family lawyer and also a father of 2 children, Attorney Blue Ventosa. So, for the record, let's get into business by introducing yourself and where do you live, where you were born, and of course, your curriculum vitae.
Okay.
Go ahead, Attorney.
Yeah. Kay CD, ngayon naman, si CD naman magtatanong kay AB. No? So, sino ba itong si Attorney Blue? Of course, as you know me, sa ngayon, I'm a cooperative officer and a family lawyer. And my full name is Jose Vicente Ventosa III. And Davao born gyud ko. My wife is Pinky Maria Rosalie Espejo, nga taga Kidapawan City. And I have 2 children, no? Si Maria Shara Lu Peach Ventosa. She is already a certified public accountant. And Jose Vicente Ventosa IV, or we call him Red. Usa siya ka commercial pilot, licensed commercial pilot. And for my educational background, I attended high school and elementary dito sa Stella Maris Academy of Davao. Then I graduated at Ateneo de Manila University as a university scholar. Diyan po sa Loyola Heights, Quezon City, ang natapos ko na kurso ay AB, Interdisciplinary Studies. And I took up my law degree at Ateneo de Davao University College of Law. Ayan. And of course, ang akong mga hobbies, kanang kikita nyo naman sa katawan ko, cooking, singing, playing table tennis, and pickleball. And of course, basketball. Pero parang mas marami tayong pickleball ngayon, no? And to relax, I listen to music, watch movies, and I have family time from time to time. Ayan.
Okay, so attorney, I'm quite curious about sa kadaghang yung mga angga nganong gitawag ka og blue, nganong dili Jojo, the third D,
Oo.
nganong
Yes.
ang imong
Nga.
nickname color.
Oo. Parang ang layo-layo nga, Carlo, no, sa Jose Vicente. Bakit naging blue? Wala pa mauso noon ng mga gender reveal, kanang mga ultrasound, unsa pa na diha nga kanang mga ma-determine, no, ang sex or gender ng baby. Noon panahon kasi, I was the first apo in the father side and the mother side. So of course, being a traditional noon na gusto talaga na lalaki yung maunang apo para strong daw yung mga lolo, nagbili na sila ng mga gamit na panglalaki, no? Mga damit na panlalaki, ang crib, nagbili na kulay blue ang mga binili nila. Kaya sure na daw talaga sila na lalaki talaga yung unang apo at ako nga yun, no? At lalaki ba talaga ako? But joking aside, na pag of course no, everybody was happy na lalaki talaga ang pinanganak, pero may konting issue kasi si Lolo Jose ko na lolo sa father side, meron siyang junior, si Jose Junior yung doktor, eldest nila, at yung lolo ko naman sa mother side is Vicente Senior, si Lolo Vicente. So medyo nagkaroon ng billing problem itong mga lolo ko, kaya hindi na ako na kunan ng birth certificate. Hindi pa man stricto noon yung paglabas sa hospital, dapat may birth certificate na. Hindi pa nila alam kung anong bang ipapangalan sa akin, Jose III ba or Vicente III. Kaya inilabas na lang muna ako sa hospital at after 1 or 2 months yata, bininyagan na lang nila akong Jose Vicente III para walang magdamdam sa mga lolo. But in the meantime, sabi nila, okay, let's call him Boy Blue or Baby Blue. Kaya ayun, hindi ako Blue Baby ha, sakto ako sa 9 months ha. And kaya nadala na lang din siya. Kaya ngayon, attorney na ako, Attorney Blue naman ang tawag nila sa akin. That's long and the short history of it, Carlo. Bakit naging blue ang palayaw ko?
Wow, what a very historical family background and also out of curiosity, kumbaga. Now, eto kasi, I wanted to ask off the script kasi that I wanted to ask na wala sa script. But
Okay.
what values does your father or your family had while you were growing up?
Mm. Siguro sa father side ko kasi medyo Manggarano, no, sa Ilonggo pa, no. They're really I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Yung yung kilos, pananalita at yung mga asal na talaga yung denumero, no, parang talaga siya yung you have to yung speak respectfully, magmano, gano'n, no? Then you follow the elders, ganyan, yung the way na magkain, dapat hindi kalat, no? Ganyan. Yan yung parang na-inculcate sa side ng father ko. Sa side naman ng mother ko, because my lola was a public school teacher and my lolo was a parang SAF, no? Yung SAF na parang siya, yung Special Police Force. They taught me discipline and hard work, no? Yung don't take shortcuts. Wag magmadali, wag mayabang. And siguro kaya doon maganda yung timpla ng father side and mother side ko sa side ni Lolo Jose at sa side ni Lolo Vicente. Kaya malaking pasasalamat ko sa paglaki ko na inculcate sa akin yung mga iba't ibang values, no? Although kung tingnan natin parang kakaiba talaga, yung isa sobrang mayaman, dito naman sa kabila parang tamang-tama lang, but it helped me, no? It helped me adjust to kung saan ako na audience o saan ako na lugar, kung dito ba sa masa or dito ba tayo sa mga alta sosyedad. hindi ako na-OOP. So marunong tayo mag-adjust, and later on siguro masishare ko na rin yung sa aking mga trainings at experience sa co-op, nakatulong din yung sa childhood ko na experience noon.
That's nice to hear about your personal life and also the values that you brought with your father and your grandfather. But anyway, I would like to ask right now about can you share about your current occupation right now and also your legal experience, your legal practice as of the moment?
Yes, siguro ang iba nakakapagsubaybay na sa ating mga vlog and program, yung ABC, yung Attorney Blue Show. So we have, tayo rin, nakasama rin tayo sa ABS noon. Kaya napag-usapan itong ating sa radio, no? Meron tayong True Case, may programa tayo dati sa mga abogado sa Davao City chapter ng Integrated Bar of the Philippines. Pagsarado ng ABS-CBN, parang nagkanya-kanya tayo, naghanap tayo ng mga ating pwedeng gawin. So, nung pandemic, nag-start ako nitong ABC, yung ating anunsyo, batas at co-op, kasi at that time, na naging member na rin at naging officer ako sa isang kooperatiba dito sa Davao City, yung Silangan Multipurpose Cooperative. And itong Rigodon West naman, kasi mahilig kami sa basketball ng anak ko, gumawa kami ng parang maliit lang na basketball court sa likod ng bahay. Kaya ginamit na rin ngayon ng table tennis, yung yoga, minsan parang mga talks, ganyan. So, and sometime last year, 2024, meron din tayong mga kasamahan dati sa industriya na nangmugna sila, no, ng kaning Attorney Blue Show. More on financial wellness naman siya. So, about mga insurance, mga real estate, at yung mga parang question and answer, no, sa ating legal profession. Then last but not the least, itong ating yung ating, of course, meron tayo ngayong ABCD na bago natin na collab na matagal na rin nating pinagpaplanuhan, yung One Field Sports. Na this is actually parang lang muna, parang hobby na it is a continuation of the sports co-op. Meron kasi tayong mga dito sa Davao na mga public school teachers na gumawa sila ng co-op for sports. Kaya napag-isipan ko to complement their efforts dito naman sa apps na side, na pwede tayong mag-booking ng mga courts, pwede tayong gumawa ng mga tournaments, pwede tayong mag-share ng mga ating buy and sell na gamit. So parang all-in-one na siya, kaya tawag natin dito Kaya All, itong One Field Sports. Meron tayong, kung gusto mo maglaro, gusto mo maggawa ng team, tapos kung may mga schedules at bayaran, mawawala na yung double booking, yung minsan nakakalimutan yung mga schedule. So yun ang ating in the works ngayon, no? And I hope that maybe this coming Araw ng Davao and the Kadayawan, masimulan natin dahan-dahan sa pickleball, sa table tennis, maybe basketball and running. So that's it, Carlo.
Yeah. Well, I am out of curiosity right now because you have been already in the law practice for quite some time now, probably 2 or almost 3 decades na. But
Yeah.
ito, pangutan na lang nako, attorney,
Okay.
with
Yeah.
I hope I won't get sub judice for this, no, because I am
Okay.
asking this in being a lawyer, a family lawyer to be specific. What was the most difficult case that you had handled within your law practice?
Actually, no, as the term implies, no, akala natin madali lang yung family law, no, yung mga koreksyon ng pangalan, itong mga sa hati-hati ng mga lupain ng magkakaasawa, about custody, then we have the annulment. Ang mahirap pa rin is yung away pamilya. That's why sometimes, especially, no, yung kapag relatives ko rin, no, relatives ko or relatives ng wife ko or ng friend ko, sometimes we really just have to just let it go. Hindi naman ibig sabihin na hayaan lang natin sila. Meron din kasi kami tinatawag na conflict of interest, no? Alam natin 'yan. Meron tayong yung CPAR na tinatawag ngayon ng mga abogado, ito sa Code of Professional Accountability and Responsibility. Ang dami ng bawal, ang dami ng regulated. Kaya ang pinakamahirap yung yung kapag away na pamilya tapos kapamilya mo pa, no? Parang yung dati sa ating network. So the most that we can do, no? I mean the least that we can do is na lang siguro, we try to be the peacemaker. Kasi akala ng iba, karamihan ng abogado ay bakbakan lamang sa korte, no? Or yung yung patagisan sa pananalita. Pero may kasabihan sa Biblia, di ba? The peacemakers will be the ones to inherit the earth, no? Kasi alam natin, not only for climate change, kung tayo ay yung pakumbaba at maging tulay para sa rekonsilasyon ng mga mag-asawa, magkapatid, or mga kamag-anak dyan, malaking tulong na rin yan, hindi lamang sa sosyedad at sa pagbawas ng mga kaso sa korte. Kasi alam natin na napakaraming cases sa court. And if a lawyer is a good mediator or conciliator and could talk to the parties, that is also a win in my book, no? Hindi naman ibig sabihin na may nanalo natalo sa kaso, pero nagka-areglo sila, nagkabalikan yung family dynamics nila, no? Kahit siguro hindi naman ganun talaga ka-close as before, at least wala na masyadong conflict. Yan ang I think na isang malaking challenge na ba to, ikakaso natin or iareglo natin, no? So parang yung mga TV show, no, parang asunto or areglo, parang ganon. So it's just back to those na choices that we make. Yan ang isa sa mga pinaka mahirap nating gawin, CD.
Yeah, parang win-win situation kumbaga when
Yes,
legal battles kumbaga.
Kung unsa ba ni siya kanang all-out war ba gyud ta or unsa ta kanang peace ba ta or somewhere in between, no? Kasi mahirap din kung baguhan ka pa lang sa practice or sa but as we age siguro, hindi naman ako ganun katanda pero medyo matagal-tagal na rin ako sa practice. Makikita natin na ito wala nang mangyayari dito. Mauubos lang nilang time, yung effort nila at pera dito sa mga kasong ito. Mag-ayos na lang tayo. Although, kaya nga, compromise, hindi naman 0-100, manalo-matalo ang isa. Baka 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, 55-45. At least, hindi na masyado magastos, stressful, at magkasamaan pa ng loob. Lalo na kapag kapamilya, kamag-anak, yon yung mga close friends, or within the association, or within the certain office siguro, ganon. There's also a time for war. There's also a time for peace.
Yeah, so right before I would ask some other questions, if you have just joined us in the live, you're watching the second episode of ABCD, where we are interviewing Attorney Blue Ventosa's career and also his personal background. Right before we continue, we will pause for a short break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
This program is brought to you by Montefrio Garden Resort, your Highland escape.
Ventosa Law Office of Attorney Jose Vicente C. Ventosa III. For appointments, please call 0922 Ventosa or 0922-83-68672. Colors Flower Shop, Rigodon West for wellness, events, sports, and trainings.
Watch Attorney Blue Ventosa every Friday night in the program ABC Anuncio Batas at Cooperativa, 7 p.m. every Friday night at Double Lawyer Facebook page and Double Lawyer YouTube channel.
Hi everybody, my name is Alexa Rhoda and I am your Miss Earth Australia 2025 and we are here with Kadang Pang Live with Carlo Doliere.
All right, and we're back, our
Yes.
friends. If you've just joined us, this is the second episode of ABCD. And this is, of course, CD Carlo Dolier.
And AB, Attorney Blue. Kumusta kayo dyan?
Yes. Before I would ask some other questions, I would just like to greet, of course, my mother, Judora Dolier, who is watching in the pilot episode na nagtanaw sa atong
Yes.
replay.
Oo. If you just join us nga, no? You're watching the second episode of ABCD, Attorney Blue and Carlo Doler. Meron din tayong replay. So, pwede rin kayong mag-comment, mag-shoutout, mag-suggest, and we could catch up on the next episode kung ano yung mga suggestions nyo, reactions, or kung ano mang gusto nyong ipa-feature. Kasi sa ating programa, di ba, CD, meron tayong 4 na piece. Ano nga yun?
Yes, ang pagkain, pasyalan, panauhin at pangyayari.
So, we could go to any topics like that. So, nagsisimula lang kasi tayo ngayon, parang getting to know our host. Last week, si CD. Ngayon naman, si AB ang ating tinatanong. Ayan.
Yes, okay. So we are streamed over the Kadangpan Digital Facebook page, YouTube channel, and Kadangpan Digital Network Facebook page.
At sa ganang akin naman, dito tayo mapapanood sa Davao Lawyer Facebook page and Davao Lawyer YouTube channel.
Okay, let's go on. Let's continue with our interview, of course, with Attorney Blue Ventosa. We will turn over ang kanyang, of course, being involved in some organizations, involvement from the cooperative up to some NGOs. But can you enumerate them as far as the viewers are concerned and they are curious of what organizations you have belonged with?
Yes, siguro if you can show it on screen, no, yung ating presentation. Nasa tayo ngayon, aktibo tayo sa cooperativism, no? And of course, itong leadership natin. Nabanggit ko kanina na ako ay isang member ng Silangan Multipurpose Cooperative. Although I am also a member of different cooperatives because we believe in cooperation among cooperatives and patronizing our especially itong cooperatives are for Filipino citizens talaga, for the upliftment of the community. And that's why, member lang muna ako, tapos napasok ako sa mga komitiba. At ngayon, ako na rin po ay isang board of directors ng Silangan Multipurpose Cooperative.
So, what's unique about Silangan Multipurpose Cooperative for those who are just curious and they might plan to join in a cooperative, and what sets apart from the other cooperatives of which we cannot mention here with respect sa Silangan Multipurpose Cooperative?
Actually, pwede naman mention. Kung makita mo ngayon, yung aking suot ay co-op, no? Hindi ako nagtatangkilik ng isang co-op lang kasi ang ating advocacy ay for cooperativism. Siguro ang balik muna tayo sa common, mga common sa mga co-ops ay kukonti lang muna ang mga nagsisimula. The law requires 15 or 15 members. Then, in fact, pwedeng tigwa 1,000 pesos lang to 2,000 pesos. Normally, ganun talaga nagsisimula sa mga community, sa mga profession, or dyan lang sa mga kapitbahay. Kukonti, 15 katao, tigpa 1,000, tig 10,000. Ganon din ang start ng Silangan. Siguro ang kagandahan lang ng Silangan kasi is parang nag-start siya as a close cooperative, no? Ito ay isa sa mga organisasyon na sila lang muna. I think parang siguro tag 25,000 lang ba or something like that, no? Then kung 15 sila parang mga 200,000 plus lang. Then after 30 years ngayon, it's going about 2 billion pesos na ang kanyang capital and assets, and from maybe about less than 100 members, we have about 20,000 members ngayon. Although alam natin sa ibang mga kooperatiba mas marami, no, 50,000, 100,000, but I think the success of Silangan is within the people itself, no. Kahit sa ang organisasyon naman, kapag ang mga tauhan ay in line at aligned sa ating mga liderato, kaya kami as board of directors ay parati talaga namin iniingatan ang mga assets, ang reputasyon, ang negosyo, at ang social responsibility ng ating kooperatiba. And that's why we thank the members who continue to patronize our services and our products, and hopefully for the next, kasi parang 35 or 40 years na, for the next years na kahit wala na kami, iba na naman yung mga members and mga officers, ay mapapatuloy pa rin itong professionalism natin sa kooperatiba, especially in Silangan, to make it sound, safe, profitable, and socially responsible.
Okay, attorney, mag-ask ko with regards katong sa community social responsibility na ginagawa ninyo with the Silangan Multipurpose Cooperative. How do you see sa ating mga kababayan, especially nag-branch out na din ang Silangan sa iba't
Yes.
ibang lugar sa Mindanao?
Oo.
And of course, what is the uniqueness na at least makakatulong ka pa for those na nangangailangan in times of crisis, in times of even in the middle of the pandemic, perhaps? What is unique about it being involved in the CSR?
That's a good question, Carlo, no? Kasi siguro sa ngayon, ang naririnig natin, parang lahat na lang tinatax, no? Yung ating bank deposits, yung ating mga binibili, may VAT tayo. I think the co-op is the remaining 1 or 2 sectors na tax-free, no? Meron tayong mga ibang mga investments dyan sa government din na tax-free. Pero itong tax-free na binigay sa kooperatiba ay hindi right. It is a privilege. That is why meron tayong tinatawag na CDF or Community Development Fund. Ito yung ang dapat ibabalik ng kooperatiba, hindi lamang para sa members niya at para sa non-members, especially in this area of operation. Kasi supposed to be, kaya ang kooperatiba ay binibigyan ng tax-free privilege kasi binabalik niya yung a certain portion na kanyang kinikita dito sa komunidad. Usually, ang napaparinig natin yung mga tree planting, mga community feeding, pero meron ding iba na sustainable, no? Nagbibigay ng mga ambulansya, fire trucks, and trainings and programs like for mental health, physical health, sports and development. And yun sa time nga ng pandemic, if we remember, napakalaki na mga tulong na binigay ng kooperatiba, parang automatic na lang, no, sa mga communities, sa mga frontliners, sa mga health workers. And this is actually built-in na yan siya. Kaya hindi na tayo magtataka, hindi lang naman sa kooperatiba merong ganon, karamihan marami namang CSR. Kaya malaking tulong ito, hindi lamang siguro sa ayuda mentality, no, para kikilos din ang ating mga members, ang ating community. At ang isa naming advokasya sa Silangan ay tanggalin yung sa isipan ng mga members na ang co-op utang-utang raday na kanang mga retirees lang dahil na dili na atay mga batanon diri, mga energetic na mga members of officers, and we encourage savings, no, savings. Kaya minsan, di ba, may naririnig tayo yung mga nagbebenta ng insurance, hindi pala yan siya na parang yung bigla lang na investment, but it's more on savings, no? It's leveraging your funds na matuto tayo mag-save. Yung imbis na yung ating kinikita, unahin natin yung gastos, tapos yung natira, yung ating isave. Ang tinuturo natin, yung ating kinikita, tataguin natin para ito ipunin para sa ating savings, at yung sobra, yun lang ang ating for expenses and gastos. It's that simple, but it's really still a challenge because dapat yung mindset, no, baguhin natin pa konti-konti siguro, and hopefully this would also lead to the economic and political maturity ng ating mga kababayan. Hindi lang naman dito sa Davao, kasi Silangan is already reaching out and branching out maybe to the Visayas, no? Maybe at the end of this year, and hopefully maybe in 1 or 2 years aabot talaga tayo sa Luzon, kasi ang ating area of operation ay na-approve na nationwide na po ang Silangan.
Well, that's nice, attorney. At least everyone knows of course, there are pros and there are cons, but
Yes.
actually, it will be a better one if we join each and everyone to invite our friends nga mag-impok sa kooperatiba. Pero meron kasing difference between a bank and a cooperative, if I'm not mistaken. Although
Yes.
they're the same, but it's
Oo.
different.
May similarities. Meron tayong savings account, meron tayong mga time deposit, meron tayong mga loans. Ang isa sigurong pinakamalaking difference lang, Carlo, and to all our listeners and viewers, dito sa kooperatiba, tayo ang may-ari. So kung meron tayong mga extra income or savings, may bumabalik sa atin, no? May dividendo tayo, meron tayong mga patronage refund and mga other perks. Although binibigay man din yan sa bangko, alam natin na medyo mataas-taas din yung interest na balik ng pera sa atin ng co-op at tax-free pa siya. And pwede pa natin ipagyabang, uy, meron akong konting share ha, may-ari din ako dyan. At ako ay may say dyan sa kooperatiba kasi isang tao, isang boto, unlike sa ating banks, although banks are also good, no? I'm not saying they're not so good, but hindi mo masasabi na, uy, tag-iya po ba ako anang bangkuhan na, no? Dili, kay sila lang diya sa incorporators or sila lang diya sa ilahang mga tag-iya or kung family business siya. And may isang malaki ding difference sa ating tinatawag na pagbalik or pag-distribute ng ating income because in the corporation, there are times na pwede mong hindi ibalik yung inyong mga what do you call this, earnings or yung mga profits. You have this unrestricted retained earnings na pwede nilang taguin lang muna yung capital, yung extra profit for other purposes, but sa kooperatiba dapat ibabalik talaga yung net surplus kasi yan yung tinatawag na parang ating profits, hindi kasi talaga siya actually profits. Kung ano yung na-save natin sa pag pay in time, yung hindi na masyadong magastos na nakakatulong sa sa mga nag-iimpok sila, yun ang paghati-hatian at the end of the year at kung gaano kalaki yung share mo, yun din ang makukuha mo. So, lahat ay ibabalik at the end of the year and the next year sa mga members natin sa kooperatiba.
Okay, so right before we continue asking questions, for those who just tuned in, you are watching the second episode of ABCD, Attorney Blue and Carlo Dolier. So we will have a short break muna. We'll be right back after these few reminders. Please stay with us.
This program is brought to you by Montefrio Garden Resort, your Highland escape.
Ventosa Law Office of Attorney Jose Vicente C. Ventosa III. For appointments, please call 0922 Ventosa or 0922-83-68672. Colors Flower Shop, Rigodon West for wellness, events, sports, and trainings.
Watch Attorney Blue Ventosa every Saturday night in the program, The Attorney Blue Show, 7 p.m. every Saturday night at Devil Lawyer Facebook page and Devil Lawyer YouTube channel.
All right, and we're back. For those who just tuned in, you are still watching ABCD, Attorney Blue and Carlo Dolier. And we are streamed over the Facebook page of Kadangpan Digital YouTube channel and the Kadangpan Digital Network Facebook page.
And of course, dito kay Attorney Blue, mapapanood ho tayo dito sa Davao Lawyer Facebook page and Davao Lawyer YouTube channel.
Okay, so we go on to the next. Aside being, of course, as a chairperson, I think committee director, rather to be exact, for the corporate social responsibility, and what other committees that you have held in the cooperative you belong?
Yeah, actually, when I started sa cooperative, Carlo, and to our listeners and viewers, doon talaga ako nagsimula sa Mediation and Conciliation Committee, no? Yung nabanggit ko kanina na ang abogasya ay hindi lamang courtroom tactics and yung banat-banat, no? So, meron din tayong yung ating restorative function, no? Yung ating mediation and conciliation, and nabanggit na rin ni CD kanina, ni Carlo Dolier, yung ating cooperative social responsibility, yung CSR. At ngayon naman, dito na ako na-assign sa gender and development, no? So, ito po ay yung ating tinatawag na naririnig natin, no, sa kababaihan, sa kabataan, sa mga persons with disability, sa ating mga senior citizens, and indigenous peoples, no, and ngayon nasali na yung climate, no, sa climate change, kasi na nagsimula ako yung 2023 to 2025, yung ating kasing setup sa mga cooperatives, Carlo, and to our listeners and viewers, katulad natin, tayo ay individual na mga members, yung ating co-op, halimbawa Silangan, ay primary ang tawag, primary. Tapos itong mga primary, iba't ibang co-ops, nagbubuklod-buklod din, meron tayong tinatawag na secondary or federations. Kaya itong mga federations na ito, naririnig siguro natin yung iba, yung Co-op Natco, itong Victo National, dito sa Mindanao, meron tayong Model Cooperative Network. So, yun ang ating mga iba-ibang federasyon. May iba-iba rin kasi tayong mga sektor. Meron sa services, meron sa lending, meron na naman sa transport. So parang inaano na, siguro ang isang ehemplo dito kung example natin yung party list, no? Although yung party list system natin parang naabuso na rin, no? Parang kahit hindi ka security guard, pwede ka doon or ganyan. But sa atin naman trend ngayon is inclusivity. Wala tayong dinidiscriminate, wala tayong pinipili sa kanilang gender, sa kanilang religion, sa kanilang sex or other beliefs. More on magbubuklod-buklod na. Kahit ngayon, di ba, Carlo, yung sa ating Mutya ng Davao, yun, example, no? So, kahit na anong edad ka, kahit anong status ka, kahit anong kulay ng skin mo or anong body shape mo, then it's a very welcome development, no? Although may konting mga issues din dyan, but ang importante kasi dito is yun talagang masustain yung mga co-ops na may mga 7 principles tayo ng cooperativism, yung na-mention ko na kanina, yung cooperation among cooperatives and concern for the community. Kaya alam naman natin, kapag ikaw ay nag-iisa, ay hindi ka talaga ganun ka-strong, no? So, if yung sinasabi ng ads ng semento noon, in union there is strength, no? And kapag no man is an island, kung nag-iisa ka lang, medyo mahirap din. Kaya although itong mga iba't ibang mga cooperatives, parang competitors din sila kasi same yung negosyo nila, pero nagbe-benchmark din, no? May mga co-ops na from Luzon, pumupunta sa Mindanao, from Mindanao going to Luzon or to Visayas and so on and so forth for continuous learning, because one of the principles in cooperativism is the continuing education and training. Yun din ang ating isang advokasya. Kaya minsan naririnig natin, makikita natin may mga taga-ibang lugar na pumupunta dito, and hindi lang naman dyan sa co-ops, di ba? Makikita rin natin, Carlo, sometimes dito sa mga government offices and agencies, meron silang mga mga lakbay alar and other continuing trainings. And co-ops like Silangan is also active in training, seminars, and itong pagtulong-tulong sa mga iba't ibang community para mas malaking impact yung sabi natin kanina, yung ating social responsibility. Kasi kung pakonti-konti lang, parang wala masyadong impact din. Kapag marami kayong magsasama-sama, mas makakatulong ng karamihan at mag-sustain yung inyong tulong. Ayun.
Yes. All right, attorney. So before we proceed, I would like to give an impromptu question off the script. Again, no holds barred, because I know, as far as I can remember, for 5 consecutive times nga nahimo kong volunteer diyang ablip ang ABS as part of their anniversary. Of course, nakigtambaya yung SAD ang Integrated Bar of the Philippines, Davao City Chapter. And of course, minsan ka na himong part sa True Case with the late Attorney Alonso, and of course si Attorney Butch de los Reyes. But I'm quite curious about why you're being called Big Brother. Kay kung si Attorney Butch, Big Daddy, ikaw Big Brother. Nga naman.
Kay una, parehas being big, no? Although mas bigger siya sa kuha, is about more than 6 feet, no? And I'm just below 6 feet. And also, he's a little bit older than me. Kaya siya si Big Daddy, ako si Big Brother lang po. I think if I remember correctly, si kaubang James Galay man ang nabunyag siguro sa kuha anak. Kay there are sometimes nga para di daw maglibog kay parehas ming duha. So magstorya si Big Daddy. Unya si Big Brother na pod. O mo na nga na unsa na lang pod na kasanayan na lang na sa ating Big Brother ng IBP Davao City Chapter, si Attorney Blue Ventosa, at si Big Daddy ay si Attorney Butch de los Reyes. Kumusta dyan pala, kaubang Attorney Butch, no? If you're listening, regards dyan sa inyo.
Yes, I think he's still active sa
He's
iyahang
still
law
active.
practice.
Actually, is also CPA, kaya malaki-laki pa rin mga influence and experience, and marami pa ring racket dyan si Attorney Butch. Hindi lamang sa pagka-abogado, kundi pati sa pagka-CPA niya.
Ooh, very. But anyway, kani aside that, no, perhaps na may ikadugang din ha sa imong involvement sa cooperativism and sa imong leadership. And likely, syempre, daghang na kung nabasa nimo nga mga credentials nga wa ko kasabot ka pila na gyud, no? But
Sige.
technically, I might ask attorney, when did you serve, of course, as a representative for Victo in Mindanao?
Yeah. Actually, Victo or the Victo National Training and Federation is Visayas based na siya mo na nga murag VICTO, murag Visayas Cooperative Training something na siya. Mas isa na siya sa pinakadugay na nga federation. Although ang Silangan nag-member lang po na siya sometime in 2020 or 2021 when I was a new board of director. Actually, murag nibalik na po ko Mindanao representative because when I started sometime in 2023, Mindanao representative ko, pagka 2024, I was already the national representative and the overall chairperson of Victo, no, for all over the Philippines. Of course, representing Silangan kasi federasyon ito. Hindi si Attorney Blue ang nandoon. Ako lamang yung message. Ako lamang ang messenger. Ako lang mensahero. Ako lang ang utusan. Ako ay nag-represent sa Silangan for 2023 as Mindanao representative, 2024 and 2025 overall chairperson. At ngayon naman, balik na naman ako as Mindanao representative na lang dito sa Victo. Yon ang short. This is also a training federation na meron silang for mga about the environment, yung mga paano i-sustain yung negosyo, and iba't iba pang mga concerns like climate and yung mga minsan meron din silang parang consultancy services. Ito yung banggit ko kanina na isang principle ng kooperatiba, yung continuous education, training, and upgrading of our skills, no? Yan po.
Yeah. Of course, I'd like to ask attorney with the involvement of so many things that you had in mind. I don't know if you still had time with your family despite being busy with your everyday work aside from doing your legal practice and at the same time being a board of director of Silangan Multipurpose Cooperative. Then you owns the katong Rigodon West and
Yes,
also doing your thing katong bago lang no na One Phil Sports. How do you handle your time?
Siguro swerte lang ako. I'm just blessed, Carlo, na itong mga endeavors ko like yung sa Rigodon West, tumutulong yung daughter ko, then sa office tumutulong din yung wife ko, meron din siyang mga negosyo like the flower shop. Kaya nakikita ko sila, nakakasama ko sila araw-araw. Kung wala naman, hindi kami nagsasama-sama, ayun, meron naman tayong GC, no? And of course, meron na tayong AI, gumagamit rin tayo ng mga aids like Google Calendar, itong Notion, itong Calendly. Nakakatulong din yung teknolohiya. Pero we must not forget the human touch, yung human factor, no? So may kasabihan na yung lahat ng mga magagaling na tao, yung mga marami silang support staff. Swerte lang din ako na magagaling yung aking mga associates, yung aking mga sekretarya, at yung mga normal natin na mga kasamahan like yung mga ating mga messenger, ating drivers, no, yung ating mga security guards, they all work hand in hand to help me also. And of course, hindi naman tayo perpekto. Minsan meron talaga tayong natatanggihan, but I see to it na hindi rin natin makakalimutan yung ating health. Kaya unay na tadiha sa Rigodon West natay basketballan, natay pingpongan, mga nagapangita na pud ko karon og kanang pickleball. Asa tama ka unsa pickleball kay murag lisod kayo mag-booking og pickleball karon daghan kaayo nagadula.
Oh yes, that's quite difficult on your part, no? But right before we continue with our interview with Attorney Blue, if you just join us, you're watching the second episode of ABCD, Attorney Blue and Carlo Dolier. We will have a final break for this episode. We'll be right back after these few reminders. Stay with us.
This program is brought to you by Montefrio Garden Resort, your Highland escape.
Ventosa Law Office of Attorney Jose Vicente C. Ventosa III. For appointments, please call 0922 Ventosa or 0922-83-68672. Colors Flower Shop, Rigodon West for wellness, events, sports, and trainings.
Hi everyone, this is Blessy Abigail Pico Maingting, your Miss Philippines Earth Mindanao 2024 runner-up and your reigning Miss Valencia 2025. You are now watching Kadangpan Live with Carlo Dolier.
All right, and we're back. If you just join us right now, this is the final stretch of our interview with Attorney Blue Ventosa here on ABCD, Attorney Blue and Carlo Dolier here on the Kadangpan Digital Facebook page, YouTube channel, and the Kadangpan Digital Network Facebook page.
And of course, the Double Lawyer Facebook page and the Double Lawyer YouTube channel. So we are live every Sunday, 5 p.m. Sana gagawin niyo itong inyong bisyo, inyong habit, or inyong replay na lang kahit after the 5 p.m. na Sundays because we're really going to have some other exciting portions and programs later on. Kaya kapit na mga kapatid, mga kapamilya, mga kapitbahay at kabarangay. Ayan.
Yes, exactly. So we'll go on with the final stretch, Attorney Blue, because I know this is going to be a very serious and challenging one. So right now, Attorney, what are your future goals in the cooperative leadership that you had? And what can, of course, the members of the cooperative will expect from you if given na naagyapon ka as the officer of the cooperative?
Yes, no, as we've said na hindi lamang tayo mahina tayo kapag tayo lamang ay nag-iisa. No, dito sa kooperatiba, in-encourage talaga na magbuklod-buklod, magsama-sama. And of course, aside from the principle of yung cooperation among cooperatives, concern for the community, we have open and voluntary membership. So, walang pilitan, walay pugsanay diri kung kinsay mo sulod sa kooperatiba, kung sa imong gusto, wala pud dili pud ka pugnan kung gusto na ka mag-withdraw. But the future goal of our co-ops, not only for Silangan, no, we are gonna branch out. We're exploring other mga business opportunities. Alam natin yung mga ibang kooperatiba, meron na sila mga restaurants, meron na sila mga hotels, meron na sila mga gasoline stations. So, yun din ang ginagawa ngayon. We have an expansion program not only for Mindanao, Visayas, and Luzon, but Silangan is also looking at other opportunities like franchises in the mga food chains, no, yung mga real properties, yung mga rental properties, and maybe later on kung pwede na tayong yung papayagan na rin tayo sa mga foreign exchange, no, then we can also cooperate with other co-ops na magtulungan kasi yung may iba masyadong malaking na mga co-ops na hindi na nila kayang gawain, pwede rin natin gawain as a smaller co-op kasi meron tayong mga tinatawag na big brothers, small brothers, no? So although malaki na talaga ang Silangan, billionaire co-ops na rin, sometimes maliit pa rin siya kung ikumpara dyan sa mas malalaking mga co-op. Kaya minsan tayo ay nagli-lead, minsan tayo ay nagfa-follow din. Kaya yun lamang ang aking ma-share siguro sa ngayon, na huwag kayong mag-atubili na for the part of Silangan to go to your branches, to your branch managers, or go to officers like me. And you also try to explore and join other co-ops para matingnan nyo rin ano yung experience nyo doon. At as we have said sa mga food chains or restaurants, if we do our services good and you're satisfied, please tell and advertise to others. But if you have some issues or concerns, please tell us directly so we can improve our services and products more for our members.
Yes, in fact naman, no cooperative is perfect, no? But of course, they're trying the best that they can do to be reliable when you go to a cooperative. But anyway, attorney, I think I'll ask an impromptu question again as what I wanted, because
Okay.
I am not the kind of person who would read scripts when I ask questions. But kani, how about who is Attorney Blue off the camera and who is Attorney Blue to his family?
Okay. So, siguro off-cam, kasi kung on-cam, makikita ninyo kami mga abogado, nakabarong talaga, no? Maganda yung sasakyan, ganito, maganda. But sometimes, if, kaya gusto ko minsan yung mag-travel sa mga lugar na hindi ako kilala kasi lalakad lang ako, magta-tricycle, mag-jeep. No? I'm not saying it's not good, no? But I just want to be part of the community. And I also talk to this, ating mga drivers, ating mga vendors, kung ano yung mga challenges nila. Noon sa ating true case, no, sikat kita sa mga taxi drivers, kay man sila paminaw nga wala pa kayo social media, sa radyo gid sila ga paminaw, no, diha sa habang nagda-drive. And but basically what you see is what you get, no. Kung unsa man ko diri sa on cam or in the court or in the cooperative, that is also what I am off cam or off the court or off the cooperative, no. So ganun lang, yun lang sa sa kapag may nagtatanong minsan ng mga legal, sabi ko doon na lang tayo sa opisina kasi mas maganda doon na professional. At kapag hindi naman tayo pwede magnotaryo, kapag nasa labas tayo, meron naman tayong Davao Lawyer Facebook page, nagbibigay rin tayo ng free legal consultation doon from time to time. Kaya minsan, kailangan din ng konting pahinga na hindi tayo mag-isip na abogado tayo, but a simple father or brother or simple citizen lang dyan sa ating dito sa lungsod ng Davao.
Yes, attorney. In fact, na lawyers need rest too kay na burn out sa kadaghang mga kaso nga imong ihap na kinsa may unahon nimo nga client na magkarato na nga tong kaspa ani. But anyway, attorney, I will go on second to the last question, as I wanted to ask this, but I don't know if some lawyers should have to update their preferences in their knowledge kay every now and then nagadugang nga mga balaod base sa ato ang konstitusyon o sa mga batas pambansa. How do you assess, of course, and to review every law that has been added, and dili pwedeng ipagsawalang bahala ang existing revised penal code na base sa 1987 Constitution, attorney?
Yeah, of course, as every lawyer knows, no, ang ating pinakamataas na batas ay ating saligang batas, and of course we also follow the international law. So doon talaga nagsisimula yung ating mga legal principles and precepts. And the Philippines as a colonial country, where we are influenced by Spanish law, we're influenced by American law, to some extent European law like French law, marami, no, kasi hindi lang tayo na yung nation na parang tayo lang talaga independent, marami tayong mga influences, no. And hindi lang din naman sa mga lawyers na meron tayong continuing legal education, meron din sa mga CPAs, di ba? Sa mga engineers, sa mga teachers, sa mga midwives, hindi talaga nagtatapos yung learning natin. At hindi tayo dapat mag-pretend na alam na natin yan lahat. Ako, kahit as a lawyer, no, I'm a family lawyer also, meron talagang ibang lawyer na mas magaling talaga dyan sa field na yan. Huwag kayong mahiyang magtanong, sabi doon sa isang ads ng gamot, di ba? So ako, hindi ako nahihiyang magtanong sa mga nauuna na o dito sa mga baguhan pa. At ako, hindi rin ako nagpapahiya sa mga taong nagtatanong sa akin kung ano yung experience ko, anong mabibigay ko ng advice. Kasi hindi tayo lahat na may monopoly of knowledge. No? So yan ang importante that we have to do it professionally, humbly, and sabi nga doon sa narinig ko kanina sa radyo, no, yung Chinese horoscope, maganda daw yung aking career ngayon at yung aking kikitain. Totoo kaya yon? De, sabayan lang siguro ng sipag at tiyaga. At sinabi din doon, meron daw akong bagong mentor. Sino kaya ang aking bagong mentor? Mas matanda ba sa akin or mas bata? But to be open to new things, to learning, that is the secret daw din siguro ng staying young, alive, and energetic CD.
Yes,
Ayun.
oo.
Mm.
But we have to be careful ba kay sometimes not all some attorneys would go on with sticking with the old methods, but however it's beyond normal proportion nga magdugang pa sumpay-sumpay wa makadima o unsag gyud ang na-violate unya
Lagi.
mababasa na gyud ang usa ka paragraph nga wala man di ay sa legal basis ani because it's not quite it's quite confusing kumbaga attorney when dealing with cases nga halos bugat pero magdugang sa mga butang walay padulngan gyud attorney.
Yes.
So we have to be careful gyud.
In certain studies here in the Philippines, kapag meron daw legal na question or tanong, ang very high majority kung sinong nilalapitan itong mga kanang atoang mga diri nga sa atoang mga friends or families or ating mga kapitbahay na hindi daw abogado, no? So hindi ko naman dinidiscriminate yung hindi abogado. Siguro we'll just have to stick to our expertise and our field, no? Kung legal ang tanong, punta tayo sa abogado. Kung medical, adto ta diri sa doktor. Kung engineering, adto sa engineer. So, wag na tayo mag-MA masyado na murag abogado or MD nga murag doktor or ME nga murag engineer, but we'll consult the professionals. Yes, of course, it has certain cost, but you get more peace of mind, confidence, and of course, the confidentiality, no? And satisfaction in return, lalo na sa mga private practitioners, alam natin na garbo din namin, no? Amin ding ipagmamayabang na, ito natulungan ko, ito napanalo ko in the legal and ethical way, no? So, kahit ako, hindi ko alam something about medical, so magtatanong talaga ako doon sa, siguro kilala ko na doktor or sino ba doon yung sa ating mga na by word of mouth or social media, we'll just have to check lang din siguro yung yung mga feedbacks and you can ask around. Do not discount the fact na sige lang tayo rely sa social media. Pwede rin tayo magtanong doon sa mga people on the street, di ba? That's what you do, CD, di ba, Carlo? You also ask ano yung pulso ng mga tao doon. O sino bang magaling dito sa ganito na klase na mga kaso? Sino bang magaling sa ganitong klase na sakit? Sinong sikat na engineer or architect na gumagawa ng ganitong mga struktura? Then you could also compare. Kasi pwede naman tayo ngayon na na magtanong-tanong. And it is a good practice really kahit kasimple na agreement, ilagay lang in writing para alam natin, di ba? Pupunta tayo sa restaurant, naghihingi tayo ng resibo, alam natin kung ano yung in-order natin, ano yung ginabayaran natin. Huwag kayong mahiyang magtanong ulit. So yun yung ating siguro ating mantra for this episode. Huwag mahiyang magtanong. Hindi lamang kay AB, kay Attorney Blue, and pwede rin yung tanongin si CD, si Carlo Dela. Kasi meron din yung kanyang mga specific na mga talents and kanyang mga specific na mga strengths.
Yes, so lisod ba yung makipagbardagulan sa mga butang nga dili nato? We are fighting our own battles ba ya? But anyway, as we're about to end, do you have any piece of advice? I ask, you have a piece of advice for those aspiring na mga buot mahimong abogado, for what, regardless of whatever expertise, kumbaga family lawyer, economic lawyer, whatever the expertise they will have in the near future.
Go back to the basics, no? Siguro kahit sa ano, noon kasi kapag ang ating mga abogado lalo na dito sa probinsya, daltan, no? Dala na tanan, all in one na siya. Although ngayon alam natin sa mga doctors, meron talaga silang specialization, may mga cardiologists, di ba? May orthopedics, merong internal medicine. You just find your niche, no? So kahit sa social media ganoon naman. So of course, you have to start with the basics. You have to pass the bar. You have to study law school. Nagdaan kayo sa undergraduate. But hawakan nyo yung nakasanayan na ninyo, yung mga kung ano yung practice na sa tingin ninyo na successful sa inyo at yung practice at na mga gawain na hindi siya successful ay medyo talikuran na at hayaan na siguro natin. Especially the bar right now, ang bar exams namin noon is handwritten, pen and notebook, no? Pen and pencil. Ngayon, laptop na, then mag-encode ka. Meron akong nakikilala yung iba na hirapan, siguro nag-take once, nag-take twice. Then sabi ko, you just practice the laptop kasi iba na yon. At pumasa naman sila on their third take or fourth take na ngayon after itong na laptop. So wag lang kayong mawalan ng pag-asa. Hindi naman ito contest, no? It is a marathon. It is not a sprint. Do not compare yourself to others. You compare yourself to what is your strengths and what are your weaknesses. Ang pinaka-importante is you know yourself muna. Kung ano yung kakayahan mo at yung limitasyon mo. At kahit anong field, lawyering, medicine, engineering, whatever, finance, then you will find your niche. Huwag lang magmadali at huwag lang magloko sa ating mga kababayan.
That's the key point, the bottom line. Basta dili lang katong mag-take ka og bar, unya di ay ang ending mahimo kang bartender. And of course,
Yes.
ma-end up ka as BS in pamayabas kay wala kay natun-an. So you need to refresh your memory, kumbaga. But anyway, as we're about to end this episode, can you kindly plug your channels, or kung dili ka ha, kung naay mga legal advice, you may do so by saying
sure.
kung
Oo.
asa ipaymutang ang law office nimo.
Yeah, can we show it on screen, no? Kanina we mentioned na meron akong ABC, yung Anunsyo Batas and Co-op. That's Friday nights at 7 p.m. And I have the Attorney Blue Show at Saturday nights at 7 p.m. also. Meron tayong dalawa dito sa ating ABCD. That's 5 p.m. every Sunday. At kung gusto niyo naman magpunta sa opisina, ang aking opisina ay nasa Ventosa Law Office. Nandiyan siya sa Price Road, corner F. Torres Street. And nakikita natin sa screen yung ating numbers, 0922-836-8672 or 0922-VENTOSA. Madali lang ang ating social media, Davao Lawyer Facebook page or Davao Lawyer YouTube channel and Davao Lawyer Instagram. And kung gusto niyo book ng appointment, it's online or face-to-face, you can scan the QR code there. No? You can take a screenshot or you can replay it, you can pause that QR, and we also show that from time to time sa ating mga programs. So, that's it. CD, no? Ang bilis ng oras. Malalapit na rin matapos yung ating episode.
Or overtime ta sa daghang
Litaw.
So I think that's about it. At least you get to know the both of us. Yours truly, Carlo Dolier, CD, and AB
Attorney Blue. And abangan ninyo ang mga next episodes kasi nag-start na yung build up ang ating excitement. Kaya every Sunday, 5 p.m., ABCD na.
Yes, make it your every weekly routine by watching our program. And with that being said, we wrap up this episode by saying goodbye in a Dabawenyo way, saying mabuhay o madayaw. Thank you for watching.
See you next time.
This program is brought to you by Montefrio Garden Resort, your Highland escape.
Ventosa Law Office of Attorney Jose Vicente C. Ventosa III. For appointments, please call 0922 Ventosa or 0922-83-68672. Callers Flower Shop, Rigodon West for wellness, events, sports, and trainings.
We personally and highly recommended GSIC as an international education and immigration consultancy firm which has provided professional service for over 25 years. Their integrity and client-focused approach make the process clear and stress-free from start to finish. We confidently recommended GSIC for anyone seeking trusted guidance for their education and migration plans. Kindly scan the QR to register for free and we will reserve a seat for you. Limited seats are available. Kindly indicate RLBV as the one who invited you to the event so we can relay your concerns directly to Mr. Joel Angon, GSIC President and New Zealand's licensed immigration advisor for quick response. And there's more. You have the chance to avail New Zealand freebies, avail processing discounts, and even have a chance to avail partial scholarship with our partner school by joining this event. Thank you.